Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hey, Musa Farming video. Okay, let me put down this book for a second. I want to start my lesson on phrasal verb. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use preposition in order to understand the complete meaning of it. I hope you got this. Let's go to the board. Look, I've got the word down, which is preposition, and I've got four meaning of that down word. The first meaning I've got is actually downward movement. The second one is actually decrease. The third one is actually stopping, and the last, not the least one, is actually ending. Now, let's get into the first one, is actually downward movement. Look, what does I mean to say here? Look, if you see this vertical arrow, this is up portion and this is down portion. Now, coming from top to bottom is actually downward movement. So look, if I take my bumps on the ground, this, bumps, you may not see, but bumps I'm talking about. If I take my bumps on the ground, simply I mean to say sit down. So sit down, where I have to move downward, in order to sit down. So I've got a phrasal verb, sit down, which has got meaning of downward movement. Now let's dive into the second one, decrease. Look, if I am coming by an elevator or if I'm coming by a stair, it doesn't mean decrease. But when dollar come from 1 to 50 cents, it's mean decreasing. I hope you got this. So I've got a phrasal verb that is prices came down. So prices came down here mean that, prices was here. The prices of dollar was there, and it came down to here, like decreased to 50 cents. I hope you got this. Now, for that I've got another phrasal verb, turn down the volume. So turn down the volume mean decrease the volume, or I can say turn down the lights. It's mean I want a less light. I hope you got this. Now, when you're coming from top to bottom, is actually downward movement. But when you're coming from top to bottom, downward movement, but beside that we have got a decrease. But after decrease, we have got stopping. Now, what does I mean to say here? Now, let's go across there, stopping. Now, look, the car keeps breaking down. The car is continuously stop working and then start working. But it is continuously stop working and start working. I hope you got this. Now, look, if you might have experienced that in politics, if you want to speak on if you want to speak loud, so we have got a phrasal verb, he kept shouting down the speaker. He is actually speaking more louder than the speaker. For example, he wants me let speak. Hope you got this. Okay. Now, last not the least is actually ending. Look, I've got a phrasal verb ending. Look, if you go to the shop and you work all the day, and at the dusk time you wanted to close it, so we have got a phrasal verb, close down the market. I can say close down the market. I'm gonna come by tomorrow, come on the next day. So I've got a phrasal verb, close down the market. Now we have another example, another phrasal verb for ending is actually bring down the government. Look, when a government do bad things, you might have experienced Bill Clinton, George Bush. I'm just kidding, okay. Yeah, Bill Clinton did very good, but actually, due to Mono Lewinsky scandal, government brought down. Government ended up. So, back in 2000, I think in the midst of 1995 and 1996, Bill Clinton was having a sexual affair with Lewinsky, and she was an attorney in the White House. And due to that sexual affair, the US president brought down the government. And the government. So I've done my job properly. Now let's dive into the quiz. Okay, let's dive into the quiz. I've got a 4 example here. You can see, the example and its answer. Example and its answer, example and its answer, example and its answer. Let's get to the first one. Now, conflict brought down the government. Dun, 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 dun. Exactly. Conflict ended the government. Conflict ended the government. The prices came down after the election. Prices came down after the election. So prices came down mean decrease. Prices decrease after the election. Okay. You know, my favorite market closed down last night. So my favorite market closed down. Ended. Are you getting me? The bikes keep breaking down. The bike keep stopping. I hope you got it. This, you know, the word down preposition and its phrasal verb, and this was the quiz, and I hope it was so simple, and I hope you got it this too. Besides that, if you have any type of question, you may ask in a comment. I'm gonna try my level best to give you the answer of that question. And if you want to know more about English, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Share with your friend if you get a notification, if you get information from my video. Have a nice night. Wish you all best of luck.